you? Oh, you want to go to the park behind the school that we used to skip at all the time. I was thinking of a completely different. Sorry, we had that conversation so long ago, but I just connected the.
No, I can't do that.
I did that at my middle school.
I literally dropped out. I dropped out because I had chronic anxiety and couldn't step foot inside of the school. And you expect me to go back in when there's nothing requiring me to go in?
I feel like my type has gotten like more specific as I do who I'm attracted to, because I used to just do everybody.
Mine too.
Not do everybody.
What?
I think I have standards, but the problem is, for me, I have standards. Every time I point out a guy I'm attracted to, everyone else thinks he's ugly.
Well, your type is very much so not my type.
Me and Zelly,
every single
you would
girl
never catch me and Zelly arguing over a man. Because we have completely different.
How do I get there? Do I go this way?
Oh wow, we showed up here so fast. I thought it was way further.
I guess I did know how to get there.
You knew we pulled up right to the spot.
This was the skip spot.
It was, because our fucking school is literally right there. Right down that path. What the fuck was that guy looking at? He wants to get knocked out by me. Me, my 5'3" self. I'm like, he wants to get knocked out.
He who shall not be named. Because I had a thing for him at the time.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Your ex-boyfriend.
Oh.
I guess maybe you will find me and Eden fighting over a man.
But the thing is,
he went from being my type to being Eden's type.
Yeah, he changed like his whole aesthetic. Girl is killing
She's
it, by
fine
the
as
way.
fuck. His personality is shit.
It fucked him up, I swear to God.
I like a little soft, sweet guy.
But men will get their heart broken one time, and all of a sudden can still be soft and sweet after they get their heart broken. Guys that are good people. But
I guess you're right, they can.
Not him.
Not him though. It was like the first time I'd ever been to his house, so I was like low-key kind of uncomfortable, like overwhelmed.
I think I remember this.
Yeah, and I brought you
she made me churros and she brought them to me. They were the best thing I ever had. And then this fucking kid that we were hanging out with ate all of them while I was asleep.
And then he told me to go home and make more.
Everyone hated him. Cringe as fuck, dude.
Yeah, he also fucked a 12-year-old when he was like 18.
Yeah, he did. And he's still dating her.
He's still dating her?
Mm-hmm.
I miss her.
Dude, she's fine as hell. I've always thought she's beautiful.
She's gorgeous. I remember one time her and Tyrell came over and passed out in my bed.
No matter where we were, no matter what we were doing, she always had a gun and weed in her backpack at all times. At like 15, she always had a gun and weed on her at all times.
I just got a WAPhead notification. And I like was very obviously nervous. I was sitting on his bed and he came over and gave me his phone and was like, take pictures of yourself, and then walked away.
The first time I ever went to his house, me and my friend Ellie hates, we broke into his house
under his bed.
And I hid under his bed, watched Bo Burnham's like stand-up thing, and then I fell asleep. So I went over to her because we had to be home at 7 a.m. It's 4 a.m. We were supposed to be home at 7. I was waking her up. I was 9 a.m. It's 9 a.m. And she got all scared and started freaking out. And then she got mad at me because I did that, but I thought it was funny.
I remember when I had to pick you up off the side of the road while you were walking around wearing no shoes.
I don't even remember the drive there because I was so fucked up, dude. That night was horrible. I got punched in the face. I got my glasses ripped off my face and broken. My boyfriend at the time pulled out a hatchet. In the middle of the street, we're walking in the street, he has a hatchet in his waistband. He pulls it out, he jumps in front of a car, and he's waving this hatchet in front of the car. And I was like, dude, we're gonna get fucking arrested. Friend group had like split up amongst this like one block, and we heard gunshots.
Riding his body.
And we heard gunshots, so we were like, and we couldn't find him. And we were like, he's dead.
Didn't he just get sick of you guys and ride his
bike
home?
He walked away, and then he got sick of. You know what happened right before he left? Told me that was the worst head he's ever gotten.
Because she used teeth.
It was all teeth. That's so embarrassing.
Yeah.
He pierced his nose, and this is when we were all doing Xanax and shit all the time. So he gave me a bar, and then I put it in my pocket so I could take it later. And then he was like, did I give you a bar? And I was like, no. And so he gave me another bar, and he kept doing that the entire time I was there. I went home with like 5 bars.
Is that when you were asleep in the bathtub? When
No.
your sister freaked out?
Because I was knocked out in the bathtub. She thought I was killing myself.
Can we talk about house, or is that not an internet?
Yikes. I will tell the story leading up to when I became unconscious, and then Zelly can continue, okay?
But I would like to preface this with me and Eden are drug addicts. We're very open about that.
But we're clean and serene.
We're clean and serene.
I've been sober since February 2024.
I've been sober since March 2023. So we're ganging.
This story's funny, okay? Everyone laugh.
Nobody leave any comments being like, "Why are you still friends with her?" Because every time I tell this story, people do that to me. Shut the fuck up.
First of all, I have no idea the emotional growth and development me and Zelly have.
Also, you have no idea what I was like at the time.
Exactly.
Because I did plenty of fucked up shit too.
The thing that people don't understand about me and Zelly is we, unlike other people our age, are able to sit down and have a conversation about what makes us upset and how someone shouldn't do that anymore. And we actually listen. person.
We're actually grown adults with emotional support.
Exactly.
No, we were in my room when she called.
Okay, and then we were in the car and called again.
Yeah.
All I really remember about that conversation is saying that she has Xanax, and I look at Zelly and she's giving me, the look. So I'm like, no, it's okay. I'm not gonna do any. So she clarifies with times to not give me anything. Not that she's trying to mom me or anything, but because I have a substance abuse problem. Take it off a speaker and I tell her, I'm like, well, I'll just take one.
Without me hearing.
Well, originally what I said was I'll take half.
Set the scene.
So let's set the scene.
Tyrell's passed out on the bed like he was
There's
at every
some
event ever. Tyrell cannot hang. He cannot hang. But she left immediately once we got there.
Yeah, but there was another girl there that had like a shaved buzz cut.
I don't remember her name.
Me neither. Me and Zelly are both sitting in the room chatting. Zelly leaves the room for some reason. Comes in and she hands me a bar. I take it. I've taken 3 bars at a time and I've never blacked out, okay? This one bar did something to me, okay? All I drank that night was half of a Mike's Hard Lemonade, okay? The big cans, the tall boys. So I take the bar, I'm sitting, we're chatting. Me, Zelly, and head out. We take a couple Instagram pictures. I don't want to go inside because I'm mad paranoid. So Zelly and go inside. I'm standing on the sidewalk and, I'm starting to feel it. I really didn't think I was fucked up until these 2 girls walk past me. They look at me, one of them goes, "What the fuck are you on?" That's when Zelly and I'm walking down the hill as these girls are walking by and I'm chatting. I am going to be 100 right now. I really don't remember anything else.
Inside of the store, I'm talking to Kate, and I'm like, Eden's acting like a little weird. Come here. She grabs me by the shoulders. She goes, "I'm going to be honest with you because I love you. I gave her a bar." She goes, "I gave her a bar, but I only gave her half."
She's lying.
Cool. I go, "You only gave her half. I trust you." We go back to the house. I'm like, Eden's fucked up right now. Like, she's playing the guitar. Insert the clip. It's 5 p.m. and you are acting like this. She's fucking stumbling over, dropping her drink on me.
Oh my god.
Everyone there is on Xanax except me. Zelly doesn't fuck with Xanax. Zelly never did Xanax because Xanax never got me high because I have chronic anxiety. Did you not see me just checking my pulse?
I
That's
did.
what I do every
when that
time
car
I have
pulled up, I
anxiety.
instantly saw your eyes focusing on the car next to us.
I didn't even drink until I was 21.
She drank, but she never got drunk.
I never got drunk.
Ever.
I never even got tipsy.
No.
I'm like starting to get suspicious that there's more that I'm not being told at this point. It's all blurry up until this point. This is what starts the downfall of the story we call house.
Yep.
Eden goes into the bathroom. I'm like having a panic attack low-key because I'm like, okay, something is wrong. Like, my phone's about to die. I need to get us a ride now. And boyfriend at the time is spamming me because she's not texting him. And I'm just like overwhelmed. And then I see Eden go into the bathroom and then she doesn't like come back out for a while. So I go over and I knock on the door, no response. I knock again, no response. And then I hear the sound of crashing. And so I open the door because it was unlocked. The entire shelf above their toilet that was full of shit is on top of her.
How did I even get in that state?
And the shower curtain is down. Everything in the room on the floor. You're obviously on Xanax. Like, tell me the truth. And she's like, I only took 3/4 of a bar. Dots are not connecting because I was told you took a half. Now you're telling me you took a quarter more than a half. Also, then where'd the 4th quarter go, bitch?
Like I wouldn't have taken that shit.
It's like 8 p.m. But I'm freaking the
But
fuck
we had
out.
been there since like 3.
Yeah. Eden starts texting and calling her boyfriend at the time.
Was spazzing the fuck out. Like he didn't do that shit on a regular fucking Tuesday. Anyway. Seemed hella cool in the beginning, but then when that Xanax got in her system, she started acting like a
I didn't even know that
monster.
she did any.
She only did half a bar, but she was drinking.
She did turn into a monster. Everyone there turned into a monster except
Tyrell.
But Eden goes outside, disappeared hours ago.
Keep in mind, this is her house.
It's her house. I don't remember seeing her at all after she let us in. But Eden keeps going outside to call her boyfriend at the time. And I'm like, okay, I need to like go out there and try to talk some sense into her.
This is where it gets real.
This is where it gets really real, you guys. I go out there. I'm like, hey, like you need to fucking stay in the house.
Keep in mind that we were in downtown West Seattle, and there's literally a guy passed out on fentanyl on the street every 50 feet, okay? It's a horrible area.
It's a horrible area.
No offense.
No offense.
It's a horrible area.
She's freaking out because her phone is suddenly dead. I'm like, you can use my phone. Don't worry about it. Use my phone. Text him. Just come inside. I quickly text my mom. And I'm like, can you come pick us up? I don't have the address. You're gonna have to use Life 360. My phone's about to die. Please get here soon. Shout out to my mom. My parents have saved us on multiple occasions. I'll tell another story about when
I was about to say, we can tell that story soon.
Fucking crazy.
It is.
So Eden takes my phone. She goes back outside. I follow after her. And she's like stumbling down the stairs, like about to fall. And I keep trying to help her. And she pushes me off of her. And tells me she doesn't need my help. Just it's throwing insults at me that I don't even remember at this point. Like being a dick.
Truly a very low moment.
So I'm like, okay, fall then. And I turn around and start going up the stairs. Like, I don't want to have a conversation with you when you're like this. I start walking up the stairs. This motherfucker. Sorry, I love you.
But no, it was fun. I start punching
my back. Luckily, it's Eden. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, she starts swinging on me. Luckily, Eden, I don't think you're weak. But the thing is, she's not stronger than me. In high school, we did this fun little thing where Eden would start swinging on me and then immediately regret it.
Exactly.
Starts swinging on me and I literally just ignore it. I get back into the house, I shut the door, I leave her out there. And I wait until I know that my mom is there. I don't say bye to anyone, actually. I'm pretty sure I just fucking left.
Yeah.
I open the door to leave and Eden's at the top of the stairs and I'm like, come on, we gotta go. And she's like, no, I'm not fucking going. I'm not fucking leaving. And then she falls down the stairs, down the cement stairs.
The concrete fucking staircase.
Collapses at the bottom of the staircase. I try to get her up. She won't let me. Will not get off the floor. So I say, okay, fine. Stay here. I don't fucking care. And I go and get in my mom's car.
I just want to clarify because when I've said that to people before, some people have gotten a little bristled about it. Zelly had been pushed so far that night. Okay, you guys have to understand. She wasn't just like, yeah, stay on this.
I think they understand.
No. I've explained this story to like 3 people before that didn't share the same opinion as me and Zelly do. And they're like, oh, so she just left you on the street. It's not like that in any way, okay?
She literally was beating me up.
I was beating her up. She had to deal with me. Kenna got into a fist fight that night as well.
Yeah. They were gone for 4 hours.
Forever.
4 hours. I remember. 4 hours. We literally thought they died. And they came back right when all this, like, everything was falling apart and I was about to leave. They came back. Oh, Kenna didn't even come back.
Did she not?
No, Kenna didn't come back. Just the bald girl did.
She's a little feisty
tiny,
thing.
But
she's a little feisty.
She's one of the real ones.
She will fuck you up. Yeah. The first day I met Kenna, switched to my school. I had never talked to her before. We said hi to each other at the park. The next day at school, we skipped class together. I skipped class. I see she's in the bathroom, so we're hanging out. 5 seconds into the conversation, she pulls out her phone, shows me 3 different videos of her fist fighting different girls.
I love that girl. Love her. Love that girl. I hit my limit 20 minutes ago when you were punching me in the back.
Exactly.
So I get in my mom's car and she's like, where's Eden? And I'm like, she's on the fucking ground over there and I'm not gonna go fucking get her. We can just fucking leave her here. Text Cammy, tell her to come get her herself. Like, text her parents. Because I promise you her parents aren't gonna be nicer to her than I am.
If I fuck with her, I will face the consequences. So.
Also, she's a stepmom. So she has a lot less patience with these kids. My mom is like, we can't leave her. Let's go get her. My mom gets out of the car. For some reason, Eden finally lets us pick her up. We pick her up. We carry her to the car. She's literally like unconscious as we carry her to the car and throw her in the back seat. And then I get in. I'm literally crying at this point. Like, Eden's passed out. I'm sobbing to my mom.
Excuse me laughing as Zelly's telling this traumatic story for her. We've told this story about 20 times, so it's funny now.
To many people, and it never gets the reaction we want. Everyone always thinks I'm a bad person or Eden's a bad person. We're just people. We're human beings who are always learning, okay? The story's not over.
No, there's way more.
So much more.
This is where I started to gain consciousness on the way back home.
Oh, you were conscious. Huh?
Not conscious. I didn't get conscious until we get in the room, but continue until we get into the room.
Okay. We get to my house. I get out of the car. Me and my mom pick up Eden again. And Eden is throwing punches at my mother and telling her to fuck off. And my mom goes, Zelly, if she tells me to fuck off one more time, I'm dropping her. And I was like, bitch, how do you think I feel?
Also, the stark contrast between me doing that to your mom and then this morning when I get to Zelly's parents' house and she's like, oh, you're welcome here anytime. I'm like, that's how I know.
By the time we get to the top of the stairs inside of the house, my mom's like, you got her. And I'm like, yep, I got her. I carry her the rest of the way to my room. I lay her down on my mattress. I put my water bottle next to her in a bucket in case she has to throw up. And I lay down on my couch. I'm laying on my couch, unable to go to sleep because I have to make sure that she keeps breathing. And my phone will not stop going off. Eden's boyfriend at the time is texting me being like, please let me just come see Eden. I just need to make sure she's okay. I just want to make sure she's okay. And I'm like, no, like my parents would rather die than let you into our house. Eden's sister texts me. She's like, can I please come see Eden? I'm like, absolutely you can. Her boyfriend at the time is still texting me. And finally, I'm like, if you can come and you can just see her, but then you have to leave right away. Those are the rules. And then Eden comes back to consciousness.
So I wake up immediately. I wake
back.
up immediately. I'm screaming and crying. Okay, I'm talking about how horrible of a person I am. Yada yap. We all heard it before.
We switched places at one point. You had my phone, and I was sitting on the bed. She threw my phone.
I threw Zelly's phone to toss it under the bed, but being under the influence, I threw it. Hit Zelly in the face. Hits her fresh eyebrow piercing. She starts bleeding. Anyway,
it hits me. I start bleeding. I stand up and walk out of the room.
I was like, I'm so sorry,
because I'm like, I need to fucking remove myself from this girl before I unleash the beast.
Anyway, so I'm crying. Cayenne gets there. She brought me Taco Bell. I'm crying. I'm laying on her lap. I'm sobbing, crying, hysterical. All of a sudden, I think it was Hannah. I don't know. Someone's standing in the doorway of the room. I glance down the hallway. I see my ex-boyfriend in the hallway. He's like, I just want to talk, blah, blah, blah. So,
me, Cayenne, and Hannah go into the hall.
The door closes. Immediately after the door closes, my ex-boyfriend comes over, rips my fake eyelashes off my face.
He loved doing that.
He rips them off my face, starts screaming at my face, pointing at my face like this. Telling me, you, that I'm fucking stupid, that I'm embarrassing, I need to get a grip on myself. What am I doing? Get a grip.
Get a grip?
I'm sure he didn't.
I'm like, you better not have.
He was more
That's
like,
our
fuck
thing.
you. So, immediately after, he starts telling Zelly how he's gonna be very calm and pristine. He starts screaming at me right when the door closes.
And remember, me, my sister, and Eden's sister are all in the hallway, so it doesn't take long of him screaming for us to bust into the room.
They bust in.
Zelly,
literally, I remember Zelly being like, okay, you need to get the fuck out. She said that exact thing. And then we see Zelly's mom walking down the hallway, also saying that he needs to get the fuck out.
Storming down the hallway,
she was
telling him to get the
screaming
fuck
at
out.
him, telling him to get the fuck out. Not screaming. Your mom doesn't scream.
No, she doesn't
but she
scream.
very sternly told him to get the fuck out.
So first he goes into the kitchen and is like, I'm not fucking leaving. And my dad comes upstairs. And the second he gets to the top of the stairs, goes out the door.
Yep, he didn't want no smoke with an actual man, only women.
And who the fuck just Snapchatted me? He starts screaming and crying like a little baby.
And he smashes his phone on the driveway, punches Zelly's mailbox, breaks his hand, breaks Zelly's mailbox.
Eden's boyfriend at the time is screaming and crying in the fetal position in my nice suburban neighborhood full of
in the middle of the street
people who are not used to this behavior, in the middle of the street in the fetal position, while Eden's ex-boyfriend at the time, obviously
he was a pedophile, you guys.
Mm-hmm. He was 18, she was 15. It's a whole thing.
And I dated him the year before that too.
Yeah.
Anyway,
he's sitting in the car waiting for him, trying to get him to fucking get in the car. But yeah, my dad then goes out and stands on our porch and yells at him. He was like, you need to leave or I'm gonna call the police.
And my boyfriend at the time had a warrant out, so he could not have the cops come.
My mom stays upstairs. Eden goes back into the room with having my phone now. Boyfriend at the time using her ex-boyfriend's phone to Snapchat her on my phone. I go into the kitchen, I get a slice of chocolate pecan pie, and I sit at the table and I'm sobbing violently to the point where I destroyed my Lily Lashes Miami. I think that was the last time I ever had a pair of Lily Lashes Miami too. Telling my mom, like, I don't know what to do, like, this is the most stressful night of my life, like, crying, eating my chocolate pecan pie. And my mom calms me down. I go into my room. I'm like, okay, you can keep using my phone. Plug it in when you're done. I'm going to sleep. And I get into my bed and I go to sleep.
I'm sitting, I was convinced that Zelly's phone wouldn't charge unless I took the phone case off of the phone. So I take the phone case off. Keep in mind, Zelly's bathroom has very hard tile floors.
And also keep in mind that I had such bad anxiety over breaking a phone that I had chronic nightmares that my phone is broken. The point where I would wake up, like, having a panic attack and have to check my phone to make sure the screen was not shattered.
So, I'm holding the phone in the bathroom. I'm laying on the floor like a psycho, crying on the phone because my boyfriend was yelling at me, and I drop the phone and it breaks. And I passed out in the bathroom after the phone broke. I wake up at like 7 a.m. I see the phone. I'm still fucked up at this point. I start freaking out. First, I get all my shit together. I write a message on Zelly's mirror in lipstick.
A
Do this.
long message.
Yeah, basically talking about how I'm a horrible person.
Basically, the whole underlying tone of the message was that she thought that we weren't friends anymore.
Which I would have completely understood and been okay with.
Yeah.
But, well, I wouldn't have been okay with it, but I would have completely understood.
Never gonna happen.
And I go out, I'm running the streets, crying, falling on the floor in Zelly's suburban neighborhood. I go over to this high school, and I lay on my back in the middle of a parking spot, crying and screaming and crying.
Great, it's back to me. I wake up, probably immediately after Eden left. Roll over. I see my shattered phone.
Mm-hmm.
I go back to sleep. If I go back to sleep and I wake back up, the phone won't be broken anymore. Bitch, yes it was. I get up. I don't notice the message on my mirror at first. I get up, I go into the bathroom. I see a pillow and a blanket and my water bottle.
Not a blanket. I was using like a towel or a sheet.
And
your phone case.
And my phone case. And I'm like, okay, the pieces, they're coming together. I'm like, okay, where the fuck is Eden? I go back into my room. I see the message on my mirror. And I'm like, this motherfucker thinks that she's just not my friend anymore. I'm gonna jump her. The screen was broken. It was cracked like through the camera, but my phone still worked.
Yes. It wasn't like shattered.
Start texting her on Snapchat, asking where she is. She tells me she's laying in the middle of a parking spot in the high school. You're still on Xanax. She keeps being like, no, I'm sober now. I'm sober now. And I'm like, bitch, you're laying in a parking lot. You just put a message on my mirror in lipstick.
This reaction was coming from Xanax, but it was also coming from something else.
But she promises me, she's like, my sister is coming to pick me up. I'm fine.
I was there for like till 9 a.m. And I kept saying in my head I have to leave because school's about to start. It was Saturday or something.
Mm-hmm.
It was the weekend.
I think that's the whole story, isn't it?
It is. And then we talked about it.
Yeah.
We're tight. We're closer than ever.
Thanks so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Sorry, I have like bingo arms right now.
Bingo? What's that mean?
It's from Wizards of Waverly Place. So that's what I mean when I say bingo arms. It's because my arms are fat.
Your arms aren't fat.
Bitch, then what's this?
Skin.
Skin?
Bye. I love you.
Aww.